Hi there, guys. This is Brian Leiter, just giving you a bit of an introduction to Khan Academy. Start off by going to a web browser. Now, here at Upper Dauphin, we're using MacBooks, so I use Google Chrome. I would go to www.khanacademy.org, and since I've used it quite a bit, it's already here within my search history. Now, Khan Academy has changed a little bit over the years. When I first started using it, it was at one point, green and everything. However, that's just, it's always probably going to change once you get there and logging on to it. The first thing you can do as a teacher is to create kind of your own teacher page. And the way that you do that here is it's easily ready for you to set up. You go to Teacher Start Here. And they've also changed this a little bit. You can go through and continue with a Google account through Facebook, or just sign up by using email. And I'm going to sign up by using email because mine already has everything set up, but I want to show you what it looks like from the beginning. So, I'll use my email address here. And I'll type in my name, last name, and create a password. Oh, says I already have that. So let me see if I can try something else. Okay. Now it's going to log me in here. And see, okay, now let's get started. Welcome to Khan Academy. Over 1 million teachers, so that's why we know it's a great resource to use. So what, it's going to go through and ask me, what classes am I teaching? I use this preferably in a course for students who do very well in their PSSA tests in 8th grade, and 7th grade, so that in 8th grade they don't need as much remediation. So 8th grade, pre-algebra, algebra 1, and high school geometry is usually what we choose there. And then, they can go through and select various other courses if they need to. Let me go on to continue. And you can actually go through and take a 4-minute tour of a sample class, or go through and create your own class. Okay, so, when you're going in here, it gives you all these different abilities to do things. You can create, period 1, math. Also, the great feature with this is we use Google Classroom here, so that's great that we can import our class directly from Google Classroom, or we can also just create our own class. So I'll just go to Next. Again, incorporate it with some type of content. And then once the students go on, and I will do another video talking about the students and how they can get on there, I can print these instructions out if I'd like to. Have these little cutouts for all the students to look at. Or I could put it displayed on the board. I could send out an email invitation. There's various ways that you could do this. So now that the class has been created, here are my next steps. Finding exercises, assigning them to students, and viewing the classroom page to track student progress. So a lot of this really does the tutorial for you, which is great. So say we are in pre-algebra and I collaborate with the math teacher on what they're doing in class, and they're doing arithmetic, and they're learning about place value. So you have all of these different things, and it will tell you exactly what the student is, what the students are going to be doing. So I can preview it as a teacher just so I understand what the students are doing, or I can just go ahead and assign it. So there's a video that they would watch. So Sal, the creator of Khan Academy, Sal Khan, had created this 2-minute video on finding place value, and he goes through using a similar resource of videos and talking and drawing on a board to give the students some type of introduction to place value. The next thing is they're going to go through and there's an exercise that has 7 questions. Then they'll watch another video, one on standard form, one on expanded form, and then they'll go through and complete exercises. And you can see as it goes down through there, videos, articles, everything like that. As they continue to go down through, you'll see after a while they'll group all of this stuff together and they'll give the kids an actual quiz, which is great. It says get any 4 correct. So it tells you, how long does this take? This is going to take the students about 9 to 12 minutes to go through and do this. All right. So anytime I want to go back to Khan Academy, I can just click up here on the logo and it will take me back. So you have this too. Khan Academy Teacher Training is up and get the most out of 60-minute mini PD course featuring videos of real teachers who share classroom strategies and tips. And you can get all that information there. Students. So as you continue to add students, so maybe I send an email invitation out to a student. Okay, and I did earlier create one on my other email address. That's why it didn't work earlier. And I'll invite that student to be part of my class. Something that also is great for the teachers, all of this great information out of school programs, okay, parents and mentors helping child, this is stuff, that a parent can do with their child at home, in a homeschool environment. K-12 teachers, tons of different things, and it tracks you as a teacher on how much you've actually completed. So you can go through and do all of that. Now, if I go back to my class, I obviously don't have any students in it at this time. However, if I were to go back in here and look at all this, I can actually, look at assignments, track progress of how my students are doing, which is great. Activity, which is great too. Your students always think when they're on technology and when they're on things that we as teachers cannot always see them. However, yes, you can track and see, what they're doing, how many questions they completed, so on and so forth. Again, your class roster, and if you have settings, you want it to be synced with your Google Classroom, anything like that, you can do that. If I want to sync it with Google Classroom, and I go in here and I can choose an account if I'd like to. So I have all those different resources. It's great to have that. You're identified, as being the coach for these students as you use Khan Academy. Also, if you look here, I know that we had selected just some math courses, but these are all of the courses that Khan Academy actually offers. And 36 different languages, as I spoke about a little bit in the presentation. There are 36 different languages offered by Khan Academy, which is a great resource for students to be able to use, English language learners in the classroom, any type of students, other countries are able to, grasp this resource as long as they have the means of technology. So kindergarten all the way up through, high school. Once we get into more specific subjects here in high school, in terms of math and science, humanities, economics and finance, preparing students for post-secondary, college admissions, careers, personal finance, SAT prep, there's a great number of things here as well. So this was just a little bit of an introduction for teachers and everything, just to understand, what you can exactly do within Khan Academy. Now, there's always a search bar up here where you can look for videos, skills, anything like that. So this is just a final thing here. So now you're saying a student comes up to you and says, Mr. Leiter, I don't understand on how to do place value. So I'll type in place value, and I click on that, okay. And it searches, and it comes up with an introduction to place value. So I'll click on that, and it will take me to some questions here. Now, I want the video, so everything has an icon. So here we go. So finding place value. And here it is. Khan Academy video brought to you by Sal, the creator of Sal Khan, the creator of Khan Academy. Has a transcript here, as well, so you can follow along and review the transcript, if that's easier for you. Give some comments on, how other people feel.
Find the place value of
so he goes through, and you can see here, almost similar to Screenomatic, which is a great resource for creating videos like this. He goes through too, and is able to work with students on going step by step on that math problem. So the great thing about this is it's not just math. There's great number of things to do, and I'm in here as a teacher, and I can assign students. Say I want these students to do this. Boom. Okay, I can, since I don't have any students currently in. Okay, I can go in here and assign that task to that student, and they'll now have that assignment to work on. So, again, thank you for watching. This is just an introduction. There are many, many resources out there. If you just scroll down and you ever have any issues, always at the bottom, this is always the way it looks. You can change the language if you need to. For students, I've done that in the past, and there's a help center. Everything is accessible to you right there. So, thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day.